Alright, hello and welcome to my second video in the low poly 3D modeling series I started last time. In the last video I forgot to enable the screencast keys, but now you see them on the lower left corner. So if you want to follow along, you can do this. I also will mention most keys if they're important, so yeah. Today we will model another low poly sword, but I thought about Katana. So here's a reference I'm trying to look on. And I go on this blindly, so I didn't pre-model this sword and just to show you time lapse. We will go through this basically together and see what key details we need to capture for our low poly. So what we won't do, of course, is trying to get these patterns, get these texture details here. Texturing is something we won't do in this series for now. Maybe in another series. For now, we just try to get the base shapes, a bit of detail, since low poly doesn't mean we need to sacrifice detail. I aim to get under, let's say, 1,000 triangles or something with that, so it's still usable if you want to use it for like mobile and whatever else. You can of course go as crazy as you want. So if you look at this, we have some key forms. The shaft, which consists of this pattern here, the ending, and what we could do is probably these shapes in between. I mean, if we talk about texturing, these could basically be done with a normal map, but yeah, we give them a few of these shapes to give the illusion of being Katana. All right, next shape is, of course, I don't even know how these things are called. I just the in-between thing. It's a round shape that counts. And then the ending part, which holds the blade. And the blade itself, which is quite simple shape. Thankfully, oh my god, it's an amazing art right now on this reference. You get always good references for what you do. We won't do the... I have no idea how it's even called in English. The sheath, maybe? Anyways, we will not do this for now. Maybe in another part we add this. But for now we do this. We might add these inner but like I said, no idea what these... I have no idea what sorts regarding details, whatever, but this engraving thing. All right. Okay, without further ado, let's get started. All right. So here's the famous default cube, and we want to, of course, get rid of it. What else you want to do? Camera, we don't need that. We don't need the cube. We don't need the light. We're not here for rendering for now. What we do is Shift A, add a mesh. In this case, we start with the shaft, which is a cylinder. We go to the details, and we don't need 32 vertices. We go down to... Last video I did 8. I think 8 is a good number. It's enough to show the shape. Yeah. Oh yeah, if you wonder, I probably should tell that before. You see, I have following settings to render my default cube in this state. I enabled cavity and shadow is enabled. Cavity both. I left it standard. You can change it. It helps to, in the modeling process, see the corners. And some people like it, especially for the style. I keep the default settings, enable shadow. Another thing is, you notice the gizmos are already visible. Like if I go in edit mode, go to face, I can already move it. What I did is, under the viewport gizmos, I enabled the move gizmo. If you don't like that, press G and move it wherever you want to, and you can lock it to an axis with, after you press G, you press Z, for example, and you lock it on this axis however you like. I personally, I come from Unity, and nowadays Unreal, I'm so used to seeing these gizmos around, so I use it. I don't use all of them, but move especially is the one I tend to use, but that is of course up to you. All right, now we got this shaft. I make it a bit longer. I don't worry about the size for now, like is it bigger or smaller than a human and whatsoever for now, because we can scale it down. It's low poly. I keep the stats on the lower left if you want to see if you follow along and want to see if it's the same or whatever, you can do this. All right. Okay, the shaft, I keep it like that. We do it pretty rough, and then we afterwards go and give it a better shape. So what we had was the base shaft, then we had a part which is the small, which had the small pattern thingy. We have the same on the door side. By the way, I went already to edit mode, press tab to do so. We extrude both of them. This one was a bit longer, and I mean, we can look at the reference again just to be sure. All right, optimized it. Second here. So this is basically 3 parts: a small part, a bit longer part, the in-between part. I try to visualize in my head these things roughly. All right, this is this. Now we have several options. Some people tend to, it depends a bit how complicated your shape will be. I think in low poly doesn't matter too much, but yeah, in other it does. So we could now either work from here, like extrude further, do the circle. We could duplicate the face, do a new shape, and the same for the blade, which I probably would do, because I think of this, if we look at this picture again, it basically consists of several objects combined together, right? So we have the shaft. I mean, you could even argue that these are separate ones, but I don't go too much in detail here. But this is a separate shape. Then this, like if you are a smith and you actually craft a sword, right? You have several parts. You have this one, then you put this on, maybe it's connected to this part, and you have the blade. So overall I see 3 objects combined together: the shaft, this part, and the blade. You could of course do it even smaller parts, and this is how I like to think about it. So for me the shaft is one object, then I go press Shift D to copy the upper face, right click to put it back into its position. Now I scale it up for the ring shape or circle. I don't know how big of, yeah, that's fine. Then I press E to extrude upwards. It was pretty thin, so we keep it like that. Yes, this would be now my second shape. The thing we have now though is we have an end gun, look above here, which is technically not a problem for game engines and stuff like that, but just to be aware, we might fix it later. No, actually let's fix it now. I mean, it's not really much of work. It would basically just mean we need to connect. Yeah, let's do this now actually. I mean, when we're here, let's do it. I go to vertice mode. The first off, I gonna dissolve the face, pressing X. Then I go to vertice, I select the both of them, press F to fill both of them. Then we can select this edge, press F again, F again, F again. Bam. Now we have quads on any place. I do the same down here. Honestly, wouldn't have been necessary right now already, but yeah, before I forget it, I would just do it. For this one, for the shaft, I don't worry about this. Let me hide this. We select this and we just remove the face, because it will be not visible and we don't need to render any shape which is not visible. Down here will be, so only this shape. Okay, Alt H to do everything again. I go on here. My way might be not most efficient, but I'm also just a beginner. Like, I started just recently again with Blender. The last time I worked with this was where actually the controls were reversed. I remember an old version from Linux where left click was right click, and the controls were so weird for me that I didn't spend much time with it. But I looked at it when I think 2.8 got released, and I got really interested and started learning Blender again. So yeah, all right. Enough talking. Edit mode, vertices. Oh wait, no. Select the face. There might be faster ways to do this. I know this now. And I select the vertices again, connect them together. An edge, perfect. Go to the edge, this one, build them. No, build them, build them. Make sure that sometimes you don't know if the face orientation is correct. Check the face orientation and make sure that everything is blue. If it's red, then flip the normals. Yes, all right. Okay, we got this settled up. Now we do the blade, and I noticed that I actually made it a bit. Yeah, it was a mistake to go already there and fix it, because I could have just copied the faces before and used it for the blade. But hey, whatever. Let's see. I wanna start from here, the blade. And there was a shortcut key for putting the world. Ah, there it is. It is cursor to selection to cursor. Oh my god, no, that's not. You see, that's uncut mistakes. Cursor to selected. Ah, thank you. So everything what I create now will start here. Shift A. We want the blade to be actually just a cube for now. Yeah, we don't need to be. We add the blade part. All right. So let's move it up for now. I do the blade font first, and then the picture. I actually closed it. Never mind. There was this part which holds the blade. We do it after the blade, so I know how big it will be. Okay. We scaled on the x-axis to make it smaller. The blade is usually quite small. Real katanas have the blade actually, I think, a bit smaller than the shaft is. Is it actually called shaft? I have no idea. Anyways, I keep it same. It looks a bit weird if it's too thick. I'm not an expert. I actually have a katana at home, but it's like this decoration katana, so yeah, I can't really tell how accurate that is. So we do it by eye. Just do it. Ah, that looks good. Probably any katana expert would slap me now, but I like it. Not the slapping, katana. Yeah, that's a good height. Good. We have katanas curved, so while we do this, I want to add the sharp edge here, and one edge is dull. Well, not edge, but one side is dull. So we do the sharp edge to here. So what we do is, we have several ways. I actually use the knife. Should I use the knife now? No, I don't. We do it super weirdly. Instead, I do it so complicated. Okay. What I was thinking about is, we could have used a knife to cut in between, but then we have here on top an end gun again. Then I thought about, well, we could subdivide it. Then we have an end gun, so we just go with a loop, and we go loop around. Control R for loop cut. Right click to let go, so it's centered. We want it to be centered. Looking good. And now we can actually just select. I don't use a mirror, by the way, because I think for this simple shape, it's not really necessary to do so. But of course, you could mirror anything you want to. All right, I think it's roughly the. I actually already closed the picture, so I cannot tell if it's half or not. I could open it again. Maybe I actually do this because I haven't looked like. Let me grab the picture. Okay, here it is. Yeah, it goes a bit over half of the blade, and then there's this inner part. We have a simple, yeah, goes with a bit smooth. Yeah, we're gonna keep it like that as well. So let's go back. Okay. This time I didn't close it. It's a bit over half. Doesn't have to be too accurate. Okay. Then we go. Actually, I do the curvy part now. So what I would do is press Ctrl R again. So we do a loop cut. We don't need too many details for this low poly, so I do like with the mouse wheel up. Let's do 3. You have 3. Press right click again to be centered with them. And I will do the tip extra. So now that we have this, we go into X-ray mode. We select all of this and move it slightly in. I mean, you can type in the degrees to be super accurate, but I don't want to. Slightly, slightly. So you have this curvy movement of a katana. Too extreme. Okay, that is. Let me check. It's fine. It's fine. Could be better. But hey, it's low poly, right? We are still under 200 triangles. Total. Yes, we are. Okay. I'm out of X-ray mode. Back in edit mode. Let's see what we do with the tip. It basically this is a, if you look at this, it's basically a quad, like quads just going to this side. Like if I, oh no, I don't have anything on. A quad with a bit more detail. So we could aim for that. So basically, could do is, I'm just trying to figure out one way. I don't know why I do it so complicated. I could have actually have the tip. Could have done the tip before. Maybe something I should do. Okay, let's see. Let's see. I do it super weirdly now. But let's see. Okay, I extrude this upwards. Alright. Oh, what did I do? That happens when you don't lock it to that. By the way, I press Ctrl Z to undo the last step, but don't forget that the moment. Okay, here to extrude, I'll press right click to put it back into this position. I move it up, and now it's not going everywhere. Looks a bit like this face is inverted. We're gonna fix it afterwards. Okay, this one goes there. That means we can do a loop cut here. Make it a bit smaller. We need to move these vertices together and merge with them. If you do this, like for example, we go like these 3, and we scale on the x-axis, put them right together. Just type 0, so they're centered. Right now, those are not merged though, because I don't have auto merge enabled, which I will do now. So to merge them, I'll go to X-ray mode to be safe that I select all of them. Have them all selected. I press M, merge by distance, and now they're merged. Okay. So what I want to do is I go from this edge to this edge. I press F, and as you can see, yeah, these faces are inverted. I don't like that, but hey. Okay. Actually, just fix it for now. Let's go. Select all. Was it Alt N? Recalculate outside. Yes. And there you go. All right. Okay. Now we have the inner. We don't need them anymore. We want to get rid of, that was wrong, just the faces, I guess, and the edge here, which you can dissolve with pressing Ctrl X. Did not work at all. Nice. Well, then we get rid of the edge. Very good. Yeah, makes sense because, oh, I see, that looks weird though. Yeah, that's not good. Really, really weird. Scaled it a bit together. Also, can do this for, yeah, that's a pretty thick blade actually when I look at it. Yeah, let's make it a bit thinner. So L to select everything linked. S for scale, and we're gonna scale it a bit in the x-axis. Okay. Then we wanna our katanas. They get thinner. I think they only get really thin up here, but until that point they probably stay at the same width or height. I don't know what axis, but yeah, I think we can make them a bit thinner here. S scale X a bit, and only the tip is the one which gets really. I think that makes more sense. Yeah, any katana expert out there, please correct me. I have no idea. Okay, this one connects. Then we have the triangle going up there. Yeah, it doesn't have to be too perfect. We can do a loop cut here. Doesn't matter that there's a triangle here. I mean, we want to avoid triangles if possible, but yeah, or so we can do loop cuts and everything. But in this case, I think that's totally fine. Like I said, I'm a beginner. I'm allowed to make mistakes. Thank you. But I take any advice I can get to improve. Yeah, when I do now a loop cut, oh, it does let me actually do a loop cut here, which would be good because then we don't have a triangle anymore. That means I can do a loop cut here. Now we actually have what? That was, of course, planned. I totally thought about this before. Absolutely. And it looks... Oh, I'm an idiot actually. I did it just... This is the problem with dome mirror. I just did this on one side. I'm very smart. Actually, just this one is missing. And I just noticed that I didn't close it. Shame on me. Sorry if this is a bit for any professional or intermediate or whatever Blender user. They probably have that the time of their life laughing at me doing this so stupidly. But I think it's a good learning process for me and maybe for someone else. So judge me as much as you want. You're probably absolutely right. Okay. Got this. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. You could add more detail to the blade. Could probably put a bit more to the right side because overall it's fine, I guess. Let's just shape it up a bit because the blade gets smaller. Yeah, slightly smaller to the top. So it doesn't make sense that it's have the same width everywhere. Let's see. First off, let's X-ray mode. I actually could do it on the side view. I press 3 to get in the side view. Let's get this a bit further back. Tip as well. I think the tip is not on point. It is. Don't mind me. And then we make sure that with control right click you can do this lesser select, and I will slightly push them in a bit. Yes, just a little bit. Then I could have deselected just the last one. I don't know why I select them again, but hey, that's kind of life for me what I'm doing here right now. Okay. Yeah. From X remote. Object mode just to have a. Yeah, it's fine. They're under 100, 200 triangles. Like I said, I mean, personally for me, low poly. Why do I say poly? Poly. Can be even higher than 1000 whatever triangles as long as it's not overkill. I want it for this sword series. It's not, wait, not sword series, weapon series. I want to keep it roughly under 1000. That's my personal goal. That counts for swords, for axes, for staffs, for shields. I want to give them some sort of detail, but I want to still stay under 1000, and I think that's generous. 1000 shouldn't be too bad. Okay. I would consider the blade done for now. Did I miss anything? Let's see. I don't think so. Honestly though, we could merge. This is a bit unnecessary. Is it? Could get rid of this and this and this. And this, and this. We have the on the lower side is now basically an ingot, but the lower side will not be visible. We remove the faces and it doesn't matter. So yeah, I think actually, let's see, Control X. We have a triangle up here. Quad, quad, quad. Quad, quad, quad. Yeah, looking good. Let me go and remove. No, we don't remove the lower side yet because now we still need to add the outer thing for the blade, which holds the blade. And then I noticed I forgot this inner part, which again could be a normal map, would be enough, I guess. But hey, a bit detail. Let's add a bit detail. Let's do it actually now before we add the other blade. How far does it go? It goes all the way up until here. So yeah, the lead stops here. How do we do this? We could inset all of these. Or can I actually add a new loop cut? It won't let me, will it? No, that's too much. Do I need that? Do I? Let's see if I add one here. Right click. Oh, no. Didn't. I mean, in this case, could actually make it a bit rounder on the top. Wouldn't be too bad, I guess. Yeah, let's do it this way. Add them. And then we need, stupid me, because we need actually a third one. Is those to hold the outside, and the other one will go inside. That means these two hold, and just the middle one goes in. Yeah, I need one more. I need one more. 1, 2, 3. Left click. Let's go with the right click. Yeah, this added, of course, now a lot more. But hey, it's fine. So let's put them. And let's select all this alt left click, so they're all going around. Make sure that you deselect the ones up here. What am I doing? Shift left click the ones you don't wanna put in for now. All right. Now we simply press S to scale on the x-axis. See, not too far. Is that too far? No. Actually seems good. Click an object mode. Go to disable the cavity for now. Shadow. Yeah, I think it's fine. It's close. Let's see how this looks smooth. Yeah. Almost look a bit weird, but we could fix that actually. Under... Where are the normals? You see, I'm expert. I totally know where everything is. I find everything instantly. There are the normals. Auto smooth. Yeah, that's better. Way better. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Let's shade flat again though. I like it. And enable shadow and cavity. Back to edit mode. Now get rid of the... Let's fix the upper part here a bit. First off, we gonna move this out a bit. I select the edge. Press double G to slide along the edges. Just... Yeah. Spread them out a bit. Oh, that's good. Am I? Oh my god. Yeah, I should have mirrored probably this part. I don't know why I keep on forgetting it. I'm sorry. Also sorry if this video is a bit longer than I intended to. I wanted to keep them like 10 minutes. Because you shouldn't spend that much time on just modeling a little poly sword. But I keep the progress of failing basically in to, well, I don't know even why. Just to make sure that people can follow along a bit better and show that it's not always working first try, especially for a beginner, which I consider myself. So yeah. Let's see. That looks good. That doesn't look good. Follow the shape roughly. Right. Way better. Drag it a bit around. Yeah, that's better. Way better. Yeah, I shouldn't move those though. Okay. I move these a bit closer to here, because in the picture they kind of close off this part, and I think that is enough detail up here. Like, could now also cut it off so it kind of ends up here, but to be honest, if we go back to the smoothing, you will not really see this. And for low poly, I don't want to go in more detail. It might be actually already be too much from what I wanted to do with this. So yeah, we won't go much further. Oh, good enough. Maybe you can even skip this and just add it later in a normal map, or give the less detail. That's fine. Now let's wrap it up. Let's get the rest of the... I don't know why I spent so much time on this blade, even though it is actually pretty simple if you look at the shape. But hey, part of the process, I guess. Now, how do we go about the lower part? Actually, it's a pretty simple shape. I thought about cutting and copying the faces and just extend them out, but honestly, we don't need that much detail. It's basically just a cube where it's lying inside. So, and since we still have the cursor here, we can just go. Make sure that we're in edit mode and don't add an actual new object. Go Shift A, cube. Yes, very good. Now scale it on the y-axis a little bit so it's outside. Scaled on the x-axis to make it roughly wider. Move it up a bit. I don't know how much. More. Actually move it way higher. It doesn't float. Like the upper face. Down a bit. Yeah. That's fine. That is fine. So what we can do now is keep the blade inside. You could add more detail to this one so it goes more round. Like it's a bit more round on these sides. I think it's a bit overkill for a low poly model, but that's up to you. What I'm gonna do now though is remove the faces which are not visible. So in this case I'm gonna press L on this one, press L on this one to hide them, press H to hide them. And oh, I had the upper face selected, but it's okay, doesn't matter now. Yeah, look at this mess, we don't need that. So first we select this face, press X and select faces. We got rid of the lower face. And this one, just select all these faces. Same game, press X, remove them. That's actually Alt left click to select all the edges, sorry. And oh wait, why do we not correct? Why do we have double edges here? That shouldn't be there. X and dissolve. You could also press Ctrl X, but dissolve edge, and that's gone now. Shouldn't be two edges. It's the last leftover from where we got rid of the edges. Okay, and yeah, Alt left click again. Move them bit up. I don't think it's necessary to have it far down since you can't see it. Is it necessary? Not really, but it's a bit more clean. Okay, we'll remove the lower faces and press Alt H to make everything visible again. Now we are sure that all the invisible parts are not getting rendered because we don't see them anyways. Let me just check for sure that we don't forget anything. Let me hide just this one. Yeah, looks good. You could of course go and try to, instead of what I did here with the quads, is try to connect everything together as one model. Might be actually the more, let's say, the cleaner solution, but then again it adds also more topology to your model. For low poly, I think it would be totally acceptable to actually do it more clean, but I would say it wouldn't make a huge difference for this kind of thing. Okay, the only thing, actually we're nearly done. There's not much more to do since, well, usually the shafts are not round. I would say they are usually a bit more narrow here, so we just go and select it, scale on the x-axis, make it a bit more, yeah, push it a bit further together for better grip. Yes, we could go and, yeah, well, since we already separated them, we should probably those two out. So go to face mode, or left click to this one, and now we could let me think for a second. Could we extrude? Right click. Let's see. Scale on. What was it to not scale on the Z-axis? Alt Z? No. Control Z. Oh my god, I don't know. There's a way to say which side you don't want to scale, which I totally don't remember right now. But we could scale normals, couldn't we? Nope. Same. It doesn't make sense either. No. Yeah, this is the point where I don't remember the shortcut to... I could cut, as I said, could cut this part out. But no, I keep it. I keep it. So what we do now is I will try to look up after this recording how well that I can scale around the normals instead of stretching it everywhere. But yeah, now we scaled up. It's the most stupid way of doing it right now. But yeah. We select the edges. Move it up. Actually, it's a bit far out, isn't it? For this bit detail. We select this one. Select this. Scale a bit more in. Doesn't have to be that extreme. Down a bit. Yeah, we can actually remove the upper part which goes in. Yeah, this was unnecessarily complicated for what I wanted to do, to be honest. But hey. Okay, let me hide this one. Because now we added extra geometry for no apparent reason on top of there. Like I said, this was very, very inefficient. But hey, it brings us to our goal. So I select the upper faces here again. X and faces. Okay. Now it's fine again. Sorry for the... Hopefully I didn't confuse anyone. Okay. So last part is the bottom. Pretty simple. Yeah, it's basically the same as here. We will... Oh, we forgot the shapes here. Yeah, we will see about that. But first off, let's get this part here done. And then we see about the shapes. Do we add them? Don't we add them? Let me see. Okay. Alright. So, select this one. Do I do it the same way? Which was not very smart. Am I smart? I don't think I'm smart. So let's just extrude this the same way and press right click, scale it outwards, being totally not how I wanted. We could of course go and scale in the x-axis and then in the y-axis, which I... Okay, y. Which is actually... Oh my god, what did I do? That is... I should have live streamed that. This is amazing. Look at this. Yeah, let's undo this. This is not what I wanted. Scale. Yeah, we do it this stupid way. Scale this way. Then actually we can scale just on the axis and put it down like this. Fine. Actually here I keep the detail because now we can take the face and put it a bit down to give it a bit roundness here. It's good. But now we have a n-gon again. Like, you could leave it. Actually, you could leave it, but I don't like it, so I will change it. Then again, I need to remove the face first. Go into vertice mode. Go to edge select. Select the two edges. F to fill. Bum bum. And yeah, I think, yeah, we have these shapes, but honestly, I think it would add a bit too much detail to what I already put to the blade. Let's see how does it look without. Shadow cavity. Let's take a matte cap material which looks a bit shiny. Okay, let's see, smooth. Is it fine enough? It's actually smooth. Could smooth this. Let's see how it, if it works. 60. I put the auto smooth to 60 degrees. Oh yeah, that's way better actually. That's way better. Yeah, we could fine tune it a bit more. Like, I noticed that since this is pretty sharp here, might want to select these two, S and scale on axis a bit together. I don't know if it's necessary, but yeah, since it gets more. Yeah, add as much detail as you want. I don't. Oh yeah, that looks a bit weird now. No, it's clipping. Is it? No, it's not. Okay. Yeah, for a low poly katana, it's under 300. I might come back, optimize. Maybe it's a good idea for another video, going to add detail, or another video where we keep this as a base model basically and sculpt a full detailed katana, and then we go and add all the details, and then we bake it on the low poly. Maybe this is a better version for, like, if you want to bake on it. Maybe, yeah, maybe keep it like that. That's of course my excuse to where I don't add any more detail. Okay, I will end my video here. This is way longer than I expected it to be, and sorry for that. And if you actually made it through this video, congratulations. Yeah, I try to keep it a bit shorter in the future. I don't know where it goes with this series, but yeah, it's a learning process for me, like it might be for you or anyone else, and we will see where it go. I'm pretty new to video editing and everything else as well, so sorry if that's not very professional. I try to be better. Have patience, please. But I'm open for any feedback, like be it positive or negative. I take anything, and well, I would say thanks for watching and see you next time. I don't have a specific schedule now for the videos, but I try to aim for, let's say, 2 a week at least for now, and we will see how it goes. Alright, thank you for watching, and yeah, have fun.